Today, we're focusing on some recent news articles coming out of Pattaya and Banglamung in Thailand. The plan is simple.
Mm.
Give you the facts, straight up, no spin.
Right. Just a clear overview so you can understand what's been happening. There's so much news flying around every day, it's hard to keep track.
Totally. Information overload is real.
It is. So this kind of focused, look, just the facts from these 5 articles from August 2025. It gives you a solid snapshot without all the noise. Pure distillation.
Okay, let's jump right in then. First up, we've got a story about law enforcement taking action, an illegal firearm arrest.
Yeah, this was on August 17th, 2025. Banglamung police conducted an operation in an apartment in Nong Pru subdistrict.
Yes.
This was led by the Banglamung police chief, Palmkurl's Sarawart Nuchinart, and his team. They had a search warrant from the Pattaya Provincial Court, issued the day before, August 16th.
Got it. So properly authorized.
Exactly. They went into this apartment on booth 13 and arrested a Mr. Pornchai Anekyul. He's 22, originally from Royat Province, also known as Chai or Thanwa.
And what did they find?
They seized a few things. A modified blank-firing pistol, specifically an AKSA Arms P365 model, a magazine with .30 A0 ammo in it, 10 extra rounds of that .30 A0 ammo, a plastic ammo box, and a pistol case.
A modified blank gun. That sounds concerning.
It is. Well, the article doesn't spell out the why here. Generally, police worry about these because blank guns can be, illegally converted to fire real bullets.
Ah, I see. So they become real, untraceable firearms.
Precisely. That's
Yeah.
often the concern. So Mr. Pornchai was charged with possession of a firearm and ammunition without a permit. Standard procedure, taken into custody.
Okay, straightforward case there. So that was one specific arrest. What else is happening on the law enforcement front? You mentioned immigration raids, too.
Yes, that's the next piece. Immigration Division 3 carried out some targeted raids. This was part of a bigger Royal Thai police crime crackdown running from August 15th to the 24th.
Right.
These specific raids resulted in 4 arrests. 2 of those were foreign fugitives.
Oh, interesting. Who were they?
First was a Mr. Xia, 29, from China, arrested on a Pattaya provincial court warrant for embezzlement. The damages were apparently over 400,000 baht, and it's got a 10-year statute of limitations.
Okay. And the second?
Mr. Nguyen, 30, Vietnamese. He was wanted on a Samet Brecken provincial court warrant. Charges were escaping custody and violating the Immigration Act. Again, a 10-year statute of limitations on that one.
So 2 different cases, both serious.
Definitely. And the commander of Immigration Division 3, Palm, Major Gen Charat Anurit, he specifically mentioned that these operations were targeting technology criminals and these money mule operations.
Money mule operations. Can you quickly break down what that means for listeners?
Sure. Basically, it's when criminals trick or pay people, the mules, to transfer illicit funds for them, often linked to online scams, phishing, that kind of thing. The money gets laundered through these mule accounts.
Right. So it's about disrupting the financial side of cybercrime.
Exactly. It shows they're looking at the bigger network, not just the initial crime. It's a key focus now, given how much of this stuff crosses borders digitally. They mentioned coordinating with other agencies for detention, too.
Makes sense. It paints a picture of broader security efforts. How does this connect to, say, safety within Pattaya itself, especially thinking about tourism and nightlife?
Well, that leads directly to the next report. There was a joint operation focused specifically on nightlife safety. This happened on August 18th around 11:30 p.m.
Okay, prime time for nightlife.
Right. It involved administrative officials and police, led by the Deputy District Chief of Banglamung, Mr. Natapab Yamjinda, and the Deputy Superintendent of Pattaya City Police, Police Lieutenant Colonel Suchert Duseti.
And their goal?
Pretty clear. Inspect entertainment venues to crack down on illegal stuff, drugs, weapons, underage patrons or workers. It's also explicitly about boosting Pattaya's image as, a safe drug-free place for tourists.
So where did they inspect?
2 places mentioned. First, T25 Beer and Bistro Pattaya, near Thwaites Praia 3. They checked licenses, permits, IDs, did some random drug tests, nothing illegal found.
Good.
Then they went to Sangkasi 90, described as a PR-style venue on a Pattaya 3rd Road. Same drill. Lights on, music off, ID checks, drug checks. Again, no violations reported there either.
You mentioned PR-style venue. What does that typically mean in Pattaya?
Generally, it means a place with public relations or PR staff, usually women, who interact with customers, serve drinks, maybe encourage them to spend more. It's a common model there, so inspections ensure these specific places follow the rules too.
Gotcha. So it's about regulating that part of the industry.
Right. And it's all tied into this bigger no drugs, no dealers policy from the Ministry of Interior. The idea is boosting tourist confidence, promoting Pattaya as family-friendly, world-class, not just suppressing crime, but perception, too.
Okay, so those are the proactive measures. But unfortunately, unexpected incidents happen too. Let's shift focus to something more tragic. A serious road accident.
Yeah, this was a really bad one. Happened early morning, August 17th, just after 5 a.m., on Sukhumvit Road near the U-turn at Pattaya South Highway.
What happened?
A collision between a blue Yamaha Grand Filano motorbike and a bronze Isuzu D-Max pickup truck. The motorbike was severely damaged.
And the people involved.
Tragically, 2 fatalities from the motorcycle. A 37-year-old man, Arthit Jamnoi, was found critically injured. Rescue teams gave CPR, rushed him to the hospital, but he didn't make it.
Oh, no.
And nearby, they found the body of a 40-year-old woman, Siriwaman PSI. She died at the scene, fractured skull. Just awful.
Heartbreaking. What about the pickup driver?
The driver was a 56-year-old woman, Ratanaporn Chomchayafo. She's a fruit vendor from Satahip. Physically uninjured, but the report says she was visibly distressed, shaking, crying.
Understandable. Did she say what happened?
Her account was that she was driving straight, heading to a market, when the motorbike suddenly came across the U-turn, apparently going against the traffic flow, and hit her head-on.
Head-on, wow.
Yeah, the impact made her lose control of the truck. It veered off, hit a parked car, and then crashed into a house nearby. Caused a lot of damage to the house, too.
Is there any confirmation of her account, like CCTV?
Yes, there is. CCTV footage from the truck itself, and the area reportedly shows the pickup in the right lane, overtaking, signaling to move to the middle lane, and then the motorcycle just cuts across from the U-turn right into its path.
So it seems to support her story.
It appears so. Police Lieutenant Anirudh Chahera is leading the investigation, collecting all the evidence, photos, CCTV. The victims' bodies were sent to Pattaya Memorial Hospital. The investigation is still ongoing to determine, the full picture.
Just a terrible, terrible incident. Really underscores the dangers on the road.
Okay, let's move from that tragedy to, well, another difficult incident. This one sounds like a domestic dispute that turned violent.
Yes, unfortunately. This happened on the evening of August 16th, around 9:30 p.m. Police were called to a rental room in Soi Thun Klamtan Man 1 in Banglamung for a shooting.
A shooting inside a home.
Inside a rental room, yeah. When police arrived, they found the stepfather, Mr. Prayut Jatrong, who's 50 and a plumber. He was heavily intoxicated, had injuries, apparently from neighbors restraining him.
Neighbors restrained him. Okay, what led to that?
Well, his stepson, Mr. Saranoat Kasama, 23, is actually a conscripted soldier, had been shot in the mouth, critically injured. Bystanders had already rushed him to the hospital.
Shot in the mouth. That's horrific.
It is. And the mother, Miss Saeed Buntham, 54, she was there too. She had a minor head injury from a bullet graze, got first aid, and then went to the hospital.
So what was the story behind this? Miss Saeed told police she'd separated from Mr. Prowett after being together over 10 years. She said his behavior was unbearable, accusing her of infidelity, even disturbingly, with her own son.
Oh, wow. That's intense.
Yeah, so on that night, Prowett showed up drunk, looking for Miss Saeed and Saranawat. The stepson, Saranawat, was on the sofa, tried to deflect, said he didn't know where his mom was. Prayut left briefly on a tricycle.
Okay.
But then he came back just minutes later, pulled out a homemade, magazine-fed gun, and shot Saranawat in the mouth.
Just like that.
Apparently. Miss Saeed heard the shot, ran out, tried to wrestle the gun from him. That's when a second shot went off, grazing her head.
And that's when the neighbors stepped in.
Exactly. Nearby residents heard the commotion, intervened, managed to restrain Prowett, and called the police.
Thank goodness for them. What did the police find?
They found the homemade gun and one spent .22 millimeter shell casing. Prowett was still very drunk, gave confused statements about self-defense, claiming he was attacked first, but police found it unreliable.
I can imagine. Was there any video?
CCTV in the area caught the sound of the gunshots and Miss Saeed's cries, apparently pleading for her son's life, but it didn't capture the actual struggle visually.
Oh, so sad. What's the status now?
Prowett was taken into custody after getting treatment for the injuries the neighbors gave him while restraining him. And Saranawat, who was apparently close to finishing his military service, is still under close medical care. A really grim situation.
Absolutely grim. That's a lot to take in. We've covered quite a spectrum here. Proactive police work, immigration crackdowns, nightlife safety checks, a tragic accident, and this violent domestic incident. Pulling all of this together, what does it tell you, the listener?
Well, I think it really shows the value of looking at these reports together. You see the official efforts, the raids, the inspections, trying to maintain order and safety, especially for the tourist economy.
Right, the structured side of things.
Exactly. But then you also see the raw, unpredictable side of life. The sudden violence of that crash, the awful domestic dispute. It gives you a much rounder, more grounded picture of daily reality in a place like Pattaya and Banglamung than just reading one headline.
It moves beyond just isolated events.
It does. You get a sense of the ongoing challenges, the human element, the constant balancing act between maintaining order and dealing with the unexpected. It makes the news feel less abstract, I think.
And connecting it maybe to a bigger picture.
Yeah, if you think about it, these seemingly separate dots, when connected, they paint this really vivid picture of a community. The efforts to keep it safe, the dangers people face, the crimes being tackled. It really highlights why factual on-the-ground reporting, even of difficult events, is so crucial for us to actually understand what's happening in the world around us. Not just the big picture, but the details that make it up.
That's a great way to put it. It's about understanding those details to grasp the whole. Thank you for joining us. We hope this breakdown of the news from Pattaya and Banglamung has given you that clearer, more informed perspective.
Keep digging deeper.
Absolutely. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay informed.